I feel strongly about this. Okay, during the USC situation where Steve Sarkisian was fired, okay, and I've really tried to boil this down, simplify the message here. Okay, and there is a right thing to do in life. And there is a right way to do it. But of the two, the most important one is the right thing, not the right way. Okay? That's the most important. The right thing trumps the right way always. Now, you'd like to do both. As a parent, I'm pretty good at doing the right thing. My means or process to get to it is flawed. I don't always do it the right way, but I'm pretty good about doing the right thing. So the right thing was to fire Sark. He is in a leadership mentor role. His behavior was increasingly erratic. The right thing was to replace him. And I was told by a source last night, there was a sense of relief among the coaches knowing that Sark was dealing with some personal issues. There was a sigh, a heaviness lifted. The right thing to do. Now, did they do it the right way? Attorneys will decide that. Attorneys do things like that. They litigate, they argue, arbitrate, they figure out where their damages. That's what attorneys often do. Damages. Let's assess. Now, the right way can also be debated. How do you break up with somebody? What's the right way to break up? Like nobody thinks you should ever. We can debate stuff like that. This morning, I went online. They had a list of the 10 times it's okay to dump somebody over a text message. So we can debate if you ever could dump somebody over a text message, right? That's not considered, it's a little, as a woman, if a guy dumped you over a text message, that's kind of cheesy. But could I not argue if a man had violent tendencies, a woman could absolutely break up over texting because I don't trust him? Okay? So again, the right thing, you had to get the coach out. The right way, let attorneys decide that. And the right way is, and for the record, here's another part of it. USC players said they were notified Sark was fired via text message from the coaching staff. Now, a lot of people are like, that's not the right way. But again, we can argue the right way. I would argue in 2015, you text the players, your coach has been fired, we'll meet in 30 minutes. Because if you say, we'll meet in 30 minutes, emergency meeting, they'll find out 2015 with all their apps and all their social media. Then you're going to get angry guys filing into a hall, and it could be chaos. So the right thing, dismiss Sark. The right way, let attorneys take that into their courtrooms. But when you have a mentor or leader in a role of supervisor and his behavior is increasingly erratic, I don't think USC and Pat Haden, and for the record, Pat Haden didn't get to tell Sark in person. Here's what Pat Haden said about that.
And I still hope to get a chance to talk to Steve. And I spent 2 hours trying to get a hold of him. I called him, I texted him. I called 3 different numbers of his agent. I called his sister. Finally got a hold of his brother-in-law. But it is disappointing. Yeah, I don't want to deliver this, in any other way but to talk to him. But a decision had to be made, and I had to get it out there. And so I tried. And as I said, if he's willing to meet with me, I certainly would be willing to meet with Steve.
Maybe not the right way, in my opinion, but the right thing. They got that one. And it was brutal either way, right? Like, that's not... Kristine, have you ever broken up via text?
Never.
Has somebody broken up with you via text?
Via not texting. It's called ghosting.
So somebody just didn't show up in your life?
Yeah.
They avoided you?
Yeah.
Was that recently?
No, not super recently.
Okay. Have you ever gone to a restaurant because you thought the person was volatile and you go to a restaurant and so they won't go crazy in front of other people?
Yeah, to do it in a public place.
You've done that?
Yes.
Okay. Because you didn't trust the guys.
Well, just because and also because you don't want to have that kind of awkward, okay, I'm going to leave now. If you're at a restaurant, you can easily say, okay, it's over. Let's go our separate ways. Like, you don't want to do it at someone's house.
People are obviously crushed if you ever broke up a relationship with them. Have you ever been crushed?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have.
Oh,
I've had my heart broken, for
guys,
sure.
Look, she's vulnerable.
I'm very vulnerable.
We love Kristine even more now.